Welcome to Saudi Arabia, where one of the many night races in this season are hosted on the streets of Jeddah beside the Red Sea. This circuit is known for its high speeds, long straights, and fast corners, making it a demanding race for both drivers and teams. We arrive at a crucial point in the Drivers' Championship, with Filthy leading by 124 points, 31 clear of Wogjet on 39, while Huni, Dilby, and Com United are separated by just 9 points in the fight for third. Filthy has strengthened his championship position with the P1 at Spa, P5 at Imola, and P2 at Zandvoort, but Wogjet's Zandvoort victory has kept him in the title fight alive. While Com United's run of P2, P3, and P6 has pushed him firmly into the battle at the front, While Com United's run of P2, P3, and P6 has pushed him firmly into the battle at the front. Welcome to Rush Racing Season 11 Division 3 Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. I'm your host Nick with my co-host MJ. Say hi. Alright. And let's head straight in for qualifying. We have quite the grid. MJ with us? Alright. We have quite the packed grid here. We obviously know that Filthy is leading the championship, so it will be a great run for him. But we have some people leaving the pits now. We have AXT leaving the pit now. Let's just get some details on right now. Alright, easy. And yeah, let's get started. So, we'll get MJ back in a second. Unfortunate guy. Oh. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. So at the moment, AXT does sometimes put up good results. He is 10th in the championship, but as we saw, he does get some good performances, so we have to see what he actually can do to perform in this race. But let's hop on with a qualifying lap with him as soon as he's done. This outlap. This track is definitely going to be an interesting one. While having a lot of sort of slow corners, it also has a lot of high, medium speed corners, which means you do not have a lot of chance to recover your battery, which is crucial in these regulations. Being able to recover your battery is a skill that if you can master, you basically can outdo the entire grid. But at the moment, AXT is going to be starting his lap, battery on, straight mode on, let's see what he can do. Fully down the straight, he just turns on the boost mode just before the start line, going through 8th gear, slowing down, getting ready to go into turn 1, Turn 2, very tight on that exit there. Excellent job getting very close to a wall, getting very close to the wall. Another thing about this being a street circuit, you have to be very careful with how you go around here. You need to be within a millimeter of the walls to be the quickest. That's just how it is. That's just the way street circuits are. We saw it in Monaco. We're going to see it here too. But at the moment, AXT is flying through the paces right now. Going through turn, I think that is turn 13 now. Big U-turn, great chance to recover your battery there. But we're about to see some great performance. Left, right. This is perfect boost mode on. This is one of the biggest straights, but it's so curvy here. You know, make sure you're getting as close to the wall to be as straight as possible. Any sideways momentum here will slow you down significantly. But it turns right. Oh, bit of oversteering there. Going into the final straight of the circuit, but he's out of battery. That is not where you want to be at this stage. I don't know if you'll be able to recover enough for that last straight. Going down into the final corner, brakes on. Coming out of the final corner, only 22%. Let's see what he can do. Battery on, but now he's out of battery and he still has quite a few hundred meters to go. And he crosses the line at a 1:35.21. Excellent time. But now all the other drivers are going to be going out there. Cooperfield, the next person to start the lap, going out of the last straight now. Let's see what times he can put up. We're actually going to get one of the Ferraris. Filthy with a 1:29.980. Our championship leader at the top of the qualifying. He is provisional pole. Deadly getting a 1:31.315. And then Pengu coming out of nowhere getting a 1:29. And Mr. Kevin coming out of nowhere with a 1:29.566. Excellent run times for these individuals. I mean, we are seeing some great racing at the moment. Let's see what else is going on. So, I think we have one of the other Ferraris finishing their laps now. We have Connor in the other Ferrari finishing their lap now. 22% in the same position AXT was in. Battery down. Let's see what he can do. But he doesn't have enough battery to even get to gear 8. Let's see what he does when he crosses the line. He only gets a 1:33.279. We're seeing how important the battery is for these regs. I mean, AXT could have easily gotten... The pole position was 1 second ahead of AXT, which is insane. Which is insane. It just shows how that battery is just so important to being able to maintain a consistent pace around this circuit. But anyway, let's continue. Freak is on an outlap now. Freak is 13th in the championship right now, which could do better, but he's on 41 points. If he does really good in this race, he could quickly overtake and get to the top 10. But, you know, we'll have to see what he does at this race. But Crowjag, it looks like, starting... I think he just finished a lap, but I think he invalidated, which is not ideal, because he has to set a lap time, but he's out of battery. Continuing on, I think TMT Legend is starting his lap now. Let's go on board with him. Going down into turn 1, only 50% battery left. Farming up a little bit, going into turn 1, turn 2. You've got to be very careful not to break track limits here. Going out, a bit of oversteer there to turn the car. Down the first little mini straight there, throwing it in into turn 4, sorry. And let's see what he can do, getting very close to the edge in these sections. Careful not to go over that curb, you will lose your car there. But perfect execution. Another straight mode, but we need to be careful about that battery because we saw the other drivers losing their end. And he gets a purple sector 1, which is excellent. That is a great start to start this race. Continuing on, going through turn 11. Oh, and we have a car that's crashed. So, a car crashed in that turn 5 section. It must be one of the RBs. That is not what we want to see. Continuing on, he's about to finish Sector 2. Let's see what time he gets. He is conserving that battery a lot better than the other drivers seem to be doing. Finishing that section. It's just a normal sector for him. 50% going into that final sector there. Great work. Continuing on. Going into that final corner, see how much battery he can recover for this final straight. Recovering a little bit. How much? Oh, and he'll be on almost 30%. That is excellent. Boost mode on. Can he get to gear 8 though? The higher top speed you have for these straights, the better. Coming out, and he gets a 1:31.383. Unfortunate. I I will quickly have to do this. Sorry, fellas. Anyway, continuing on. Deadly's on another outlap. Great. So everyone's on their second outlaps at the moment. Let's get something on now. While he is just warming up his hires. Alright, perfect. That back up.
Right, I should be in now.
Welcome back. Alright, so to come back on that, Com United hasn't set a lap yet, but he's on an outlap now. Actually, never mind, he's in the pit. He's in the pits. Connor is on another outlap. He wants to get out of that P18 to show up to his Ferrari teammate Filthy, who got a 129.980. He'll be very competitive to stay in this league with Ferrari. Let's see what he can do. Coming out of the final corner. Let's see what will happen. Boost mode not on yet. Oh, boost mode as he approaches the line. He's conserving a lot more battery than the other drivers here. Brakes on. What we saw there was he didn't use enough battery into turn 1, then he didn't. He gained too much battery braking into turn 1, turn 2, which is not ideal because he could have used more battery coming in to those first 2 corners, which would affect his laptop, unfortunately. But we'll see what Connor can do at this stage at the moment. Coming through, coming about to turn, he's going on the run to turn 13 at this point. Let's see what will happen. He's conserving a lot more battery than the other drivers. He might, I think his strategy is somewhat to conserve his battery for Sector 2, Sector 3, see what he can do. But he is conserving an awful lot of battery, in that case. But Com United has unfortunately invalidated that, and we have someone in the wall. AXT at the moment hit the wall, it looks like.
Yeah, from what I saw, I think Kruder did a Lando Norris, I think, turn 3. I think it impeded someone, I'm not sure who. His collies over.
I cannot find Kruder there. Oh, Kruder's there. Okay, whatever. Unfortunate for Kruder, but he did get an alright time, so we might see him still in the top 10 at this time. But yeah, we'll continue on. Looks like Filthy is just about finishing his lap, and he improved on it. No, he did not improve on his time. He got a 0. He did 300ths worse, which is not ideal. AXT looks like he's starting his lap, if you want to go take away with that.
AXT, yep. So he's got quite a lot of battery, didn't use too much, but it's good. Should turn it off, should be a nice lift through here. It's a very difficult corner to get right. The inside wall is very threatening, but not too bad on battery. Looks pretty clean. Can be very difficult to not ride the curb. He goes quite wide. Yeah, he's messed up his lap already, I believe. He should back out. I don't know how that wasn't invalid. So I think he's backed out from what I can tell. Yeah, yes.
What the? Anyway, welcome back. So at the moment we do have, so our positions are still maintained. We have Filthy, Pengu, Kevin in fighting for the, 3 positions there. Let's get these details back on. Anyway. Oh, and he doesn't have nose cone, that's great. Dirt is on a lap at the moment, going through Sector 2. Let's see what he can do there. 50... Farming battery pretty close. Basically in the middle of the straight there. Very interesting, but he's going to be going through turn 22 at the moment. Turn 22, turn 23, and turn 24 coming into the final straight. There is a Ferrari that hopefully doesn't impede. Oh, gets very close. not ideal. But Boost mode coming out into the final corner. He is saving a lot of battery coming out of that corner
Yeah,
there.
he's not on a lap.
Oh, that's convenient, eh? Coming up, touching the inside line. Who is on the lap at the moment? Noah?
No, about everyone's just coming in. We'll see them all coming out soon for their final run.
Indeed. Let's see what happens here, really. Pangu is on their out lap now, so from the looks of it, this will be their final lap at this stage, because I don't think they'll have time to go out for another one. Would you like to take it away?
Angu, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so he's used a lot of battery into turn 1, but he's lifting very early, so should get it back into turn 1. Bit of a brake lock, but it seems okay. Not too bad on the exit. Good battery. Into turn 3 now. Try not to clip the wall on the inside. Gets it pretty nicely. Just keep it nice and tight through there. And also, just you can lose a lot of time just from a wrong line through here. But just a bit of a tough one on the inside. Shouldn't lose him too much. Looks pretty solid. No boost down here, which is good. He should be lifting very early, which he does. Down gear 4. Because of there's a little bit of a banking there. You have to keep it really tight on the inside. He does it quite well. He has a good amount of battery. So this is another very difficult corner. Takes it not too bad. Not that aggressive on the exit. He's using battery through here down to 30%. He'll need to try to save a lot of that. Let's see the Sector 2 splits. He's up by about a 10th. We'll see. He could have had a bad third sector, so he might find a lot of time here, but he's out of battery very, very early. So he's losing about 20 kph down the straight just because he ran out so early. See here, good line. Taking good lines, this battery's going to be an issue here. He's already out. So again, just losing him that kph performance. We'll see if he improves. He can't.
That is not the ideal way to go. I don't think he improved there, which is not ideal at all. Especially, I think this will be his last attempt, unless he can regain the energy to try go for another lap. But anyway, so our big leaders here, Filthy, is going on for another out lap, which is going to be very interesting to see from him. Mr. Kevin is also going to be going on another out lap. Actually, our entire grid is going to be going on an out lap, as you can see.
T. Summons is finishing a lap here.
With T. Salmons, let's see what he can do there. You'll be definitely looking on for this as the Red Bull TP. Let's see what he can do there. And he improves by 200, securing a P16, which not ideal, but he can always improve in the race. Some people are just not qualifying merchants, but you know, we'll see what people can do. Yeah, everyone's gonna be on an outlap now. Pangu is done, it looks like.
Mr. Kevin's on one.
Mr. Kevin started his lap. Oh, very cool. Would you like to take that away?
Yeah, so he's a 10th up, but just lacking a lot of battery. Good line, a little bit wide on the exit. That'll lose him some crucial time. He's using boost there. He's going to have very, very little for the straight. You can see how early he needs to lift off. Not too bad through there. A little bit hesitant on the exit. It's very, very low on battery. You'd like to have about 25% more at this point. We'll see how early he lifts. Started early, about 300 metres. Good line, but again, just very hesitant, and he's going to run out of battery very early. see where his car maxes out 304 kph. You should be trying to be up closer to 330. So that loses him a lot of lifting. So that's good. That's a little bit wide on the entry, but should be a good amount of battery. But he does run out. We'll see if he can improve at all, which he does.
Very good. Well, it's all the battle on Filthy now. He's the only person that actually can do anything against Mr. Kevin's lead now. Well, let's see. He's flying through these corners at the moment, wheel to wheel, touching that inside line right there, showing off his carnival skills. Like, geez, this is actually crazy driving here. From what we're seeing, this could be P1 pace at the moment, but he's getting very close to those walls. Coming through, oh my goodness, almost wiping out in that corner. Final straight, but he's running out of battery. That is not what you want to see at this stage of your qualifying lap. Running a corner that early into the lap. Let's see what he can do. Maybe it's part of his strategy. We don't know. We've seen lots of ERS strategies throughout this division, but let's see. Boost mode on. What can he do coming out of this final corner? And his time is not enough to beat Mr. Kevin. We are going to have a finished grid here. Actually, let's check Mr. Big Pangu is still on his lap. He is not giving up, and at the moment, he will be in front of Filthy at this time. He is 300ths up, which is just enough to get him in front of Filthy. This is excellent pace. This is what he needs to finish his lap here. Bruce mode on. Let's see what he can do coming out of the final corner. And he overtakes Filthy by almost 2/10. That is excellent runnings from Pengu there. Great work on that lap. But I think we're going to have a final order. Mr. Kevin, Pengu, Filthy, Moe, Freak, Kaos, Mike Wazowski, AXT, Cooperfield, Noah, TMT, Deadly, Minmay, Cristiano, Com United, T Salmons, Krojak, Connor, and WizFam to finish off this qualifying. What a qualifying, MJ. Like, geez, lots of things happen there.
Yeah, very good. Interesting. Pengu did set that lap on an old set of tyres, I believe, so it'll be interesting to see what pace he can bring to the race.
I mean, 100%. From what from what it looks like, we just have a great, very skilled grid here. Kaos is doing above average for his pace usually. He's P6. Not very usual for him. He's usually down with bottom 10, usually. But we'll have to see. Anyway, continuing on. Let's see how this race goes.
Yeah, it should be interesting. I think we'll see again mainly just medium runners for a one-stop. But there's always different strategy options for a track like this. Undercut isn't too strong, but it's still very strong. It's strong on every track, but I would say it's not as strong on this track as it is for others, but that's just what I think.
Is it because it's more like straight dependent?
It depends. Like, so there's because of the different sectors that have the different, like, sort of like, you know, sector 2 straights, mainly straights, same sector 3. Sector 1's like very, very turn dependent. Like, tyre wear can be very like different for different drivers. So yeah, it can just change things.
What the? What? Anyway. How convenient is this?
So you could just show us how to do a race start since you've just decided to hop in.
Yeah, I do not have my wheel on, so we're not doing that. We are not doing that.
Yeah, mate, come on. We've checked into comms tonight. I'm not sure what you're getting up to.
Definitely not what you want to see.
Yeah, try not to take anyone out. Alright, well,
that's
I'll
why.
take the start then.
Yeah, sure.
So, lights out. We've got good start from Kevin. Pengu can't get alongside. We've got... It seems relatively clean to turn 1. Pengu and Filthy side to side. Filthy gets up to seconds as Pengu loses the place. Chaos up to 4th. Very good start from him. We'll have a look at the tyres. Mainly mediums. Chaos 2 spots up on the hards. That's very good from him. I've got TMT jumping places. I don't see much contacts, but there is a yellow flag. There's a car at the back. Oh, it's you. Okay. Karuda's dropped down to 21st. Oh, Karuda's completely missing his front wing, so he's already having some issues there.
Definitely not. Definitely not convenient for a Cruder. Yeah, that zero front wing for that guy. No, not what you want to see, especially at this period of the race. He needs to go in the pits immediately to have any chance of recovering it. But anyway, we here have a quite interesting lead. Filthy did get Pengu off the start, which is what you want to see at this moment in time. So we'll really have to see what's going on. We have 8. Oh my goodness. And Mike Wazowski is now retired. Mike,
straight.
virtual safety car. Mike was out.
Everyone's hitting him. Oh my goodness. Crowjag's got a lot of damage.
This is not what you want to see at this moment in time. We have wings all over the straight at the moment. This is not ideal at all.
Wizfan penalty for hitting him. What's happened there? That wasn't... Maybe he's lifted before others expected, because he's just... That was before the braking zone, from what I could see.
This is a carnival, man. What is going on? But...
I'm very confused on how that's happened.
Anyway.
Got drivers in.
A driver's coming into the pit side? Oh yeah, because people's front wing's probably cooked. Anyway, we have Deadly. No, Deadly's front wing isn't dead. It's interesting. He's just going in for a new set, I guess. Duh, going in for a new set. Karita going in for a new set. This is not what you want to see, especially at this point in the race. Anyway, we have a great load of action coming into this race. What's the strategy, do you think, for at this moment with the safety car starting at the very start?
I think definitely with the amount of people who's needed to fix their front wing there, that will definitely shake things up, and it will also mean that tyre allocation comes into play. Just like who has like a second set of hards or a second set of mediums, but it'll still be pretty easy one stop. So yeah, we can have a look at the position changes. We've got a lot of green at the top and a lot of red at the bottom. I think that just explains how a lot of damage has happened. Yeah, we've got Wizfam up 8 places. He's got the 10-second for a collision though. We've got Connor up 8 places. T-Summons up 7. TMT up 2. We've got FTR up 6. And then near the top we've got Chaos up 2 on the hard set, so that's very good. Dudo will be happy with that. And yeah, Filthy got Pengu into turn 1.
Look, we have quite a bit going on in this race, especially with that interesting start. I mean, I personally didn't expect starting that race, but you know, we all start somewhere. Continuing on. So, it seems like the safety car's gonna be going in for another lap. It'll probably be coming in for lap 4, which is going to leave a great lot of racing to get started. Do you think you could survive 20 laps on hards?
No, I don't believe so. You'd have to do some incredible tyre saving, but I think generally it's very risky, and I think it would be quicker just to box again.
Because, like, if this car, again, the more laps these safety cars come out, I feel like, I mean, knowing how tight this circuit is, it could be it could be an idea that maybe these guys keep on the hards until the safety car comes out. I mean, that accident with Mike must have been insane, because safety cars are reduced because of the because this is a street circuit, it seems. So, well, I don't know if they abandoned that rule, but from what I know, the safety cars are reduced, so it must have been a crazy accident to get that safety car out. So we'll just have to see what will happen at the moment with these drivers. But with our order right now, we have Kister, Kevin, Filthy, Pengu, Chaos, Moe, AXT, Noah, Minmay, Cooper, TMT, Salmons, Connor, Free, Deadly, Communited, Cruder, Cristiano, Kojak, Wisfam to end it off with, unfortunately, Mike and someone else DNFing the race. Change the stand. Yeah, okay, so never mind. They did change the stand. It makes a lot more sense compared to, yeah, last season. The safety cars on straight circuits are not ideal. So anyway, safety car is in this lap. Would you like to take the race restart away?
Yeah. So still got people weaving, which it's not the rule. You're not allowed to when safety car comes in. You can see Chaos is the only one who's not doing it. He knows the rules, but I'm not sure what the penalties are. I'm not sure, but yeah, just you want a bit of extra temp, but it's not allowed. So he's gonna go early here though. We'll see if that catches Filthy off guard. 5/10. He's gaining a little bit. Kevin's really slow. He didn't turn the battery on. Filthy's gonna have a run here already. But it looks like Kevin defends it just good enough. Will he try around the outside? No. Kevin gets it stopped quite well. Looks like Kevin will hold the lead. Bit of moves at the back. Cooperfield and Minmade switching positions. Seems all relatively clean on that restart. Nick?
Honestly, yeah, that was relatively good. I mean, glad we didn't have another safety car incident on a restart. I mean, this division drives very cleanly from what I've seen in the past many races I commentated here. So it's great to see that the division's name stands once again. But continuing on, I mean, Mr. Kevin is definitely squatting down in that P1 spot, trying to defend every action that Filthy is going to try to overtake him. Pengu, though, seems to be, like, completely out of it. I mean, he's almost a second out of Filthy, which is almost insane. He was so quick in qualifying. Where is his pace gone? He needs to show some incredible pace to get the start, to get this overtake done and potentially win this race. I mean, we'll have to see what he can do to actually perform here. But continuing on, I mean, these drivers are about to finish their first lap without a safety, their second lap without a safety car. So we'll just have to see what will happen. I mean, I think Mr. Kevin is the only Audi driver. Unfortunately, Sonny Bray has a race ban, which is not ideal for Audi, but we'll see what can happen now. But it seems like Pengu is going to try overtaking Filthy coming into this final straight. We'll see what will happen. And they're side by side into turn 1. Great wheel-to-wheel action there. But Pengu just can't hold it on. Filthy just keeps that position and keeps the overtake and doesn't let Pengu past. But continuing on, we have quite a bit of action down at the bottom of the grid. Let's actually go to Sammons and Connor. We have a lot of action there. A bit of oversteer from Sammons. That is not what the Red Bull TP would want to see from their drivers at this moment. But let's see what they can do. They are P12, P10. That is great room to actually do something there. But we have lots of drivers deadly getting overtaken by Com United coming out of turn 12 there. Excellent racing, really. And then we just have Wisfam and Kojak just chilling at the back. Can't really do anything. I mean, there's still a line of drivers, but they're starting to fall behind, unfortunately. We'll see what they have to do to stay ahead there. Chaos is now a second behind Pengu, which is, I mean, it's recoverable, but unfortunately Pengu only has boost mode, but boost mode is just so powerful. Oh my god, we have Pengu's turn around! Pengu, at the moment, he lost a bit of his front wing, but Pengu is falling down the orders. P12, P13, P14. When will it stop? When will the tyranny end? And he stays. It seems to P14, he will need a pit. It looks like he'll need a pit immediately. That wing does not look healthy, but he still overtakes the Ferrari of Connor. Let's see what will happen there. But he does not have the battery to suffice this. Let's see what will happen. Going down the main straight, how many people overtake him? He's run on a battery. Will Connor and the Williams of Deadly overtake him? The question is no. They will not overtake him. They'll let him by. But the problem is he has a yellow wing, which is not ideal. We'll have to review what happened after in the clip. He will definitely be reporting that to the steward's room.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. Might have just been on the battery too early, which is a very common mistake around here. especially through the high speed. So that wouldn't surprise me. But there could have been contact.
100%. I mean, from my experience, my very little experience with these regulations, I mean, that boost mode is another being that it's absolutely insane. If you tap it too early, even medium coming out of a corner, you instantly spin. So we'll have to just see what happens there. But Connor and Tur looks like they're having an absolutely astounding race at the moment. Seems to be back-to-back overtakes with these two. Mercedes and Ferrari are going at it at the top and at the bottom. Let's see what will happen here. They're coming out. Going into the last corner here, turn 20... Oh, never mind. I got that wrong. Coming to turn 21 at the moment. Turn 22, turn 23, turn 24. Let's see what will happen. And oh my god, Connor hit the wall! Connor and the house hit the wall! And there's a safety car! There is another safety car for this race! 2 out of 3. There is only one more safety car that can happen in this race. And Connor gets a 10-second penalty. So it means they have one safety car for 19 laps. What is happening here, M. Jonna?
What I saw, he didn't have any battery, so Krojag, I think, just whacked him. Just maybe you got a bad exit. Something happened there. It might have been battery related. I'm not sure, but Krojag is gonna have to fix that wing. He's missing it.
I mean, yeah, having a missing wing is definitely not what you want to see, especially at this point in the race. But Pango seems to be serving his penalty, it looks like, or not leaving the pit box. Very interesting stuff there. Let's see what can happen here. I mean, Filthy is once again at the front of the screen. I mean, if you're on hards in this situation, what do you think is the best call in terms of strategy? Or vice versa, really, with the mediums either.
It's a very awkward time, I think. Like, it's for a safety car. I don't think that the hards can make it to the end for the medium runners. So you've just got to stay out if you don't have damage. Is what I would do. But yeah, I'm not sure. It's just a very difficult stage. I think the hard runners have to stay out. There's just no real strat options for them, I'd say. So yeah, I think just everyone who doesn't have damage stay out. That's what I would be doing.
I mean, yeah, fair enough. They don't really have a lot of choice because if Filthy pits now, he will lose a ton of positions, which doesn't benefit him at all, and he'll be on hards, and he has to make those hards last like 18 laps basically, which in every circumstance is not ideal at all. Making a set of tires last about, what is that, like 80% of, a bit less than 80% of the race is not ideal at all. Not ideal at all without some insane tire saving. So just we'll have to see what these drivers will end up doing at the end of the day, because Filthy is still on mediums, but I don't think he's had the chance to use them all that much in theory, right? Because he's been on the safety car for quite a few laps now. They have been on the safety car for what it seems like 6 out of the 7 laps. So, I mean, really, we'll just have to see what these drivers can do here. But it's now lap 8. Safety car might be coming in at this point in time, but we'll just see what these drivers can do here.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many laps have been under the safety car, but I think for about all 3 laps that haven't been under it, there's been a lot of action. So I'm pretty excited for when safety car comes back in. We've got a couple boxes already, but because some people are on the fresh hards, they'll be trying to go to the end. Because I think a lot of them didn't have damage initially. They're just going to be trying to make it to the end, so it'll be interesting to see how that works.
I mean, yeah, that's really their only option, right? I mean, like, at this point in time, the only choice is to do a heavy undercut and then somehow get that race done like that. But honestly, I don't see how it's going to go. If you're at the bottom of the grid, I don't know if you have the best tire saving strategy or best tire saving ability to be able to make those hards last at the end of this race. But really, we'll just have to see what can happen. It's all just a waiting game. When will the safety car go in? What will happen to Filthy? Can Filthy maintain the lead from Kevin and Moe? I mean, we'll just have to see. Wait, because Moe's now in P3 because of Pengu losing the position, which is not ideal at all. But we'll have to find out the timing line. Will the car be going in? Safety car? I'm paying out another 10-second penalty for a collision. What? That is not ideal at all. Does Pango still have have his wings?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
no,
not sure
he definitely
what's
does.
happening.
Yeah, okay, he has another 10-second penalty, which is not ideal at all. But the safety car is going to be going in this lap, which means these drivers have to be getting ready, swerving left and right. I'll do to take over the restart now. Let's get rid of, oh, okay, I'll get rid of it. Anyway, let's see what these drivers can do here. Coming out of the final corner. Starting lap 1, Ferrari or Filthy getting his start on, battery on. Let's see what these drivers can do. Going into it. No, turn 1, let's see what happens with these other drivers. No one looks like he's going for overtakes here, which is excellent start. Never mind, Pengu and Filthy and Minmay is being overtaken like crazy. Oh, and there's more contact at the back of the grid there. It just can't be enough for these guys. These people at the back of the grid are coming constant accidents. This is not ideal at all. Definitely not the start of the race you want to for any of these drivers, really. But anyway, we're going to be going to Filthy. Filthy's having a great start to this race at the moment. His mediums have been getting no use. They've been sitting at an ideal temperature, probably on 10% wear. Basically, almost doing nothing for this entire race, because this entire race has been safety car. I mean, it's crazy what's been happening. But anyway, let's see what else is going on. Kaus and Cooper are having a crazy battle at the moment, side by side, into into these corners. They're being so relentless.
Yeah, still on those hards, so the race will come into his hands very soon, I think we'll see. So we've got AXT, oh, a bit of contact with Kelsey, tried to slip it down inside, but I think he got away. All good, there's a lot of side-by-side action just because of this battery. AC is out of battery, so Freck, Noah are going to be trying to get past him. Just nothing he can do with no battery. He goes back up the inside. There's a little bit of contact there, but no damage.
I mean... I mean, yeah. We are just seeing the crazy racing, so... I mean, the streets are... AXT goes a bit wide, losing a ton of positions there. Not ideal, but we are seeing the consequences of such a street... And I heard some crashing back there. AXT is going down, unfortunately. We are seeing the consequences of a street circuit. I mean, like... This is just what happens, unfortunately. You will have these accidents, and you can't really do much about them. Because these walls are basically so close together, if you try doing anything about it, you're in a wall, which is not what you want to be in at all in a race. You want to try finishing as high as you can, but not the idea where you want to be. Anyway, so, bottom of the track, these guys cannot get enough. Connor, Pengu, TMT, Connor, Minmay are just racing like there's eyes on it. Let's just see what happens here. Coming very close away, going back up to the grid. Mr. Kevin's getting very close to Filthy there, but Filthy manages to just hold it off there for another few corners, it seems. Mr. Kevin, though, he has 80% battery. He's not going to be afraid to use it. He goes around the inside, actually, into the final corner of turn 27. Let's see what can happen here. Breaking into it, but how much battery does Filthy have? Filthy does not have the battery to fight that. He just has to live with it. But going on, no boost mode, unfortunately, because he's finally done the overtake. Going into the main straight. Let's see what will happen here. Foot to the floor, breaking into turn 1, and Filthy has nothing to respond with. I mean, it's just shocking. We are really seeing everything going on here. Just don't look out the window, else we are seeing everything happening on this track. Really.
Yeah, a lot of action. There's 3 wide into turn 3, it looks like, with Durr and Pengu. Pengu does the right thing, backs out with Kruder on the older mediums. Pengu, oh no!
Oh my god!
Exactly, someone's went around.
Oh no!
What is happening?
What?
It's a carnival out there, Nick. There's so much contact.
Leah's guy.
Oh my.
There is... Oh, it is in fact a carnival and a half, more like a circus at this point, because what is happening out there is absolutely crazy. We just saw an absolute pile-up that only the Cars 2 movie could suffice. What just happened there? That is not what you want to see if you are any of these drivers. But at the moment, it is the best day for Filthy, Kevin and Moe, because they're probably wondering what is happening at the back of that grid, because they are probably shocked. I would be too, because honestly, there is everything happening and nothing happening for them. That at the moment, the biggest thing Filthy has had to do is go from P3 to P1, and that's basically all that happened here. But the thing is, they have run out of safety cars. They cannot have another car for the entire race. If someone ends up blocking the main straight and everyone crashes into them, that's it. Only 3 people are finishing this race, so we'll have to see what can happen at the end of this race. But with the third safety car, MJ, what can happen now? Surely these medium runners can pit.
Yeah, we're going to see all medium runners in. It'll be interesting to see if Chaos is in, so that'll be interesting. He'll have to go to the medium, so he'll be having a long stint to the end, while Deadly, on his hard, stays out. So, yeah, just a lot of, all these safety cars are just really putting a lot of strategy offset, which makes these races very interesting.
I mean, 100%. I mean, we are just seeing the absolute craziness of what these races can actually unfold here. I mean, from what I'm seeing, Filthy's had the cleanest race of all. He hasn't had to worry about a single thing. But what everyone, but what everyone else has been wondering at the bottom of the grid, how can they survive for the rest of it? Because they have been under so much duress for the entire thing. If one person crashes at the front of the grid, they all crash. None of them are finishing that lap. And that is what we're consistently seeing at this moment in time. And that is the big question. Are we gonna get only 10 drivers finishing this race at this point?
Certainly seems like it. A lot of contact so far.
I mean, at the moment, no one's had a chance to even start squatting down in their positions and try finishing the race. It's been constant safety cars. Everyone's going to be typing to them on their keyboard after the race, reporting everything to the stewards, trying to get as much penalties as possible for their rivals. But honestly, just have to see what can happen. It's really a sausage sizzle out there. I mean, what is going to happen at the end?
Yeah. So we do have the tops are going to need a box again, that's for sure. Both Red Bulls had damage, so it was a double stack in the pits, so they're not having the cleanest of races so far. And Team T's on the medium, so we'll have to box again. But yeah, a couple fresh hard runners, Kevin and Filthy, so yeah, they're in a good spot.
If you're Filthy and Kevin, I feel like you're in the best position here because you are strategically in the best spot. You have nothing to worry about. All you do have to worry about is trying to finish the race, which seems like lots of these drivers at the moment are not doing a great job at. So we really have to see what these drivers can do to pull off a win in this race. I mean, everyone's going to be on old tires, but the question is, can Com United and Deadly do anything to hopefully strategically win this race? So, so I'm just gonna wonder what's gonna happen and who's gonna win, because that's the big question we're all wondering. Don't make sure you're looking at the track, not the window, and actually pay attention because this race is just starting.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully the safety car's in this lap because I'm pretty sick of this just driving around in circles. But yeah, I'm not sure what Kung's talking about. I'm very respectful to him, and I'm not very happy with this propaganda. I think I might need a word with someone just because yeah, I'm just not feeling very safe with how Kung Bus has been making up these accusations.
Sure. Anyway, back to the important things. We still have a safety car. We're gonna get to the timing line of Sector 3 here. Let's see what happens. Will the safety car be out for another lap? Is the big question. Coming up to that timing line any second now. And safety car's out for another lap. Oh my days, we're gonna have another lap of the safety car racing. We'll see what these drivers can do here. I mean, oh, Penguin gets a 3-second time penalty. Not ideal at all. Anyway, continuing on it. Oh. Com United when the safety car leaves the track, where he's going to be the one controlling the start of this race. Well, we've done more safety car restarts today than actual starts, so you know that's better. That's the important thing after all, really. Oh god. I'm
Very interesting race so far. Yeah, no, running out of things to talk about. Just a lot of contacts. Yeah, that's the main thing.
a lot of
But
contact up and down those walls there. Like,
maybe we can have a look at the the position changes. So we've got Krojak up 12 places. Top 4 are all up an incredible amount of places. I'm not sure what's happened now. I think they just got lucky with safety car boxing. Well, they're just boxing on the safety car for a free pit stop. They've got Pengo down 18 spots, so he's not having a very good race. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Interesting to see how this race finishes.
I mean, definitely will be one to watch. But at the moment, from what we're seeing a lot of driving. Yeah, up and down the street circuit of Saudi Arabia. This Division 3 race has been turning the tides around the track. I mean, definitely definitely something interesting to pay attention to Division 4 tomorrow. But let's just go back on. And safety car is in this lap. Would you like to take away the restart? One of many.
Yep. Yep, so we'll have a look here. Seeing a lot less weaving, that's a good sign. They've had a lot of practice this race. Yes, 14 laps done. We'll see when Com chooses to go. It looks like he's going to try to go as quickly as possible. Deadly's on his tail. Let's see how this restart goes for Com. He's very slow. Very slow. There's a lot of problems there. Almost contact. But it looks like it's 3 wide into turn 1. This Com does get away well. Just avoiding contacts. Oh no! Oh, he's around!
Oh my god, not again!
Oh, Audi's around. Kevin's damage. Oh no.
Not again! Oh, and there's another safety. Oh, is it?
No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
Okay,
It's a
okay.
glitch.
Oh my days! We're seeing more and more accidents at the moment. Mr. Kevin coming around, and he. Oh no. And he has no front wing anymore. He's just cutting the track left, right, and center, and he's got another penalty because of it. Definitely not the restart you want to see at this moment in time. At the moment.
Com's going to need to be investigated for that restart. Just you're not allowed to get going and then stop and then get going again. That caused a lot of action at the back. So yeah, that's put a lot of damage on the cars. I'm not sure who exactly, but I know that Kevin's one of them.
I mean, it looks like we're going 3 wide back there, coming into, looks like Durr is going crazy in that back section there. Went crazy in Saudi, let's see what he can do in Jeddah. I mean, went crazy in Abu Dhabi, let's see what he can do in Jeddah. Coming into that final corner. Let's see what's going to be happening. Charging up a little bit, and no overtake completed though. Gonna have Moe get some overtakes done on Deadly, which is very interesting at this moment in time. We have some people going to the pit lane, but Filthy completed an overtake on Cooper going into turn 1. Great work. Durr and Kaus, the back old rivals again, coming out of the first, second, third corner. Let's see what they can do here. Kaus wants to try. Durr wants that position as soon as possible. Let's see what they can do coming out of this corner now. Getting very close. Very, very close. Oh, and bit of contact there. Kaus definitely felt that, but Kaus went off the track. Kaus has confirmed went off the track. There's definitely going to be some track limits investigation there. Not ideal at all. But continuing on, Kruder, Karma, and Noah are at the peak of their battle right now. Connor is back up there with Filthy. Connor has 9 lap-old hards. The repeated safety casting going on the hards might have finally benefited him in this sort of way. But if he could finish the race, that is going to be great points for Ferrari in the Constructors' Championship. Noah, though, is making his way up, but Connor is slowly going down, which
Yeah,
is not what
Connor
we
ran
want to
out of
see.
battery very early in the straight, and of course that's just he's lost I think about 3 places down that straight. So that just shows how important it is.
Yeah.
He's out of battery again. He's going to lose more places here. He might lose 2, maybe even 3. He's went from about like P4 to P10 in just 2 straights.
Oh my days. This is not what you want to see. We, if you are, if you are Connor, you are probably smashing your desk right now because that is not ideal. You've been absolutely murked by these regulations. But Communite is finally pitted from that P1 spot, and Filthy finally reclaims that position 1. Excellent work from Filthy there. Let's see what he can do there. Can he remain in that P1 spot? Because Cooper, let's keep on that. Cooper is still on his tail. We've had multiple rivals this race alone, where with Filthy Cooper, Filthy Mr. Kevin, and Filthy Panger. So really, we'll just have to see what can happen in this race. Um will Kevin get back up? But honestly, I don't think so. Actually maybe if he gets another safety car, which it seems to me there's one left. What will happen? Will he be able to get back up into those positions?
Let's just have a look at Durr here. I reckon Durr's about to get both Kaus and Kruder, who have both run out of battery, while Durr's on 60, but he's saving. Obviously doesn't realise that they're on none. And he's on the fresh medium, so top 9 all on 5-lap old tyres. But Durr and Kaus on the medium, so their time's going to be now for gaining some places. Here goes Durr. Gets Kruder, gets Kaus like it's nothing just because of the battery.
I mean, wow, great overtakes from Durr. I want everyone to pay back attention to Abu Dhabi, the first race of the season. Durr was absolutely flying. It seems to be, in these Middle Eastern races, Durr knows exactly how to drive these circuits. Because now, he's in P4 from not the best qualifying in the world, and he might be able to stay there because he is on 6 old mediums, which I think are able to last until the end of the race, MJ.
They should be able to. Well, not should, but you're going to need some good saving. But it looks like he's got solid pace on them. So hopefully he can just maintain some solid pace with them.
I mean, 100%. We'll have to see when can Durr evade Chaos for any longer, because Chaos is on Durr's tail, and I think Durr knows he might need to start saving a little bit here because, but I don't know if Chaos knows that or not, so we'll have to see. But Chaos is going for that overtake with that boost mode. Will Chaos be able to? Chaos manages the overtake behind there, but Gruda also manages the overtake around Durr. Durr has lost 2 positions, unfortunately going around that corner. That's not what you want to see at all in this point of the race. I mean, we are getting so close to the end, but AXT is also losing positions quite quickly. We have the Red Bull Salmons going around. Will he be able to? Will AXT be able to defend? No, he can't because on 0%. He's at the mercy of the battery glaciers, and he goes for another overtake. Down the inside that Red Bull went. And he thought, oh my goodness, Gomez got squeezed against the wall. That is not what you want to see. But he managed to overtake and he has enough battery to make it stick. The question is, can he recover enough battery? But he has 2 cars on his rear end, trying to get there as quick as possible. But he manages to keep it safe. Great racing overall. But let's go back to Darren Kruder, because these guys have only just started their race. After those few safety cars, they are ready to get back at it. Now, everyone, there is 6 laps to go out of this 19-lap race. I mean, we are seeing some excellent racing. Everyone's on everyone has pitted at this point in time. We have great racing overall, but Filthy and Krupa have just also started their racing. I don't think Filthy has had much racing action this race.
Durr's in the wall with Freck, I believe. Yeah, Freck's around.
Oh my
no,
goodness!
he's out.
Oh, and there's another! Oh my
Huge
god!
amount of contact.
Oh no! Oh, Aston's out!
What is going on?
What is happening? There is another pileup, but there is no safety car. Moe is out, but there's going to be no safety car because they are out of safety cars at this point. There's only 3 safety cars delegated to each race, especially at 50% races, and it only goes up to 4 for 100% races. So at this moment in time, there's going to be no safety car for that. There's just going to be cars in the middle of the road, and they can't do anything about it this time. That is insane. I mean, we just seeing crazy racing overall from these drivers. But, oh my,
Oh,
what?
Jesus. T. Stamlin's almost put in the wall. What is going on?
Oh,
There's
this
just so much contact.
midfield is having the time of their lives.
Oh, they're 3 wide.
All 3 drivers are going 3 wide. Don't look out the window. Look at the track, and they're going immediately into pits to fix their wings. Excellent work. I mean, this racing is... Oh, and Pengu gets a 10-second penalty. I unfortunately do not think Pengu is going to recover that at all. But... Oh my goodness, this is the first time I think the midfield has had a more crazy racing than the lead at the front this season. Like, from what we're seeing, the lead at the front has had crazy racing, but at the moment, this midfield has been going crazy with its accidents. I mean, this the street circuit action is just absolutely crazy. But you know what else is crazy? We are seeing AXT and Freak back at it again. Whether or not that accident happened does not matter. AXT also does not have a great looking front wing, it looks like, but we are just continuing to see, can AXT overtake Freak in this situation, MJ?
And you got to look at the battery for this track, and he's got quite the advantage. AXT Freck is already out. You can just see he's closing. He's got about 25 kilometers on him. We'll see if he already goes for the move, which he does down the inside. This could be dangerous, but Freck does back out. Very smart from Freck, but they've got similar battery. Freck, the better exit. We'll see if he tries to go for a move here. So AXT out of battery. Well, Freck does have a little bit of battery. Looks like he'll just sit behind him though. And yeah, big lifting cars just try to save.
Yep. At the Cristiano's on softs, I'm pretty sure he won a race a few weeks ago. That's an unfortunate downfall from the Astons. I mean, the Astons were at their peak. I mean, in the Drivers' Championship, let's just check the...
Cooper's around from P1.
Oh my goodness, that is not what you want to see at all at this point at this stage. I mean, oh, and he's about to go around. Oh my god, he's around again. He's hit a wall. Oh my goodness, that was close. He is now gone filthy. It's going, and he's around again.
I think he has rear wing damage from what.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's just got no grip at all.
I
think this can be his race over.
He may as well retire the car. I don't think he can finish all these 4 laps. All 3 laps left, man.
Gonna need to retire in the pits if he wants to do that, but we'll just see if he has any grip into this corner. Yeah, no! Damage. Just he cannot drive that at all.
That is not ideal at all if you're Cooper. Do you think he considering the fact that there are 18 drivers left, do you think it's smart for him to just stay out and deal with the rear wing or no?
Absolutely not. I think you're just a hazard. Yeah, he's spun again. It's impossible to drive with it. He should just stay out of people's way.
Oh, and he retired.
Not cause any. No, he didn't.
Oh no!
Just try to not kill anyone.
Oh my goodness! There is a driver coming up behind him. Hopefully, he just lets him past. Very good. So the Deadly gets up into P11. Oh my goodness, so much is happening in this race. Hopefully he goes into the pit lane, and that is the race over for Cooperfield, unfortunately. Not really honestly, we've had quite a few DNS at the moment. But the AXT in the pit lane, oh my goodness, so much has happened. But the battle is still continuing. Noah Huni, one of our top contenders still in this race, is battling with Filthy to the very end. Will Filthy be able to hold? And they... Bit of contact between the two. Cristiano sets a new fastest lap. Oh, yep.
Just lacking the battery again, Noah Huni, so I think he's just going to need to try to sit back for a bit and just save. Just stay within the overtake, but just save a bit of battery so we can go for a move later on in this race.
I mean, definitely, we'll just have to see what can actually happen with these people. I mean, these drivers, because so much has happened. In such little time, there is only 3 laps left. Isn't that crazy? So much has happened in such few laps. I mean, they don't have them a lot of laps to even recover this race, so we'll just have to see. Filthy, yeah, Filthy maintains this. He gets another P1, which is excellent racing for him. Great work, but
It's going to be Kruder going for a move on Chaos here. See, he's using the battery, decides to back out early, just save the batteries, so that will be coming in the next couple laps.
keep going.
Still got Noah Huni just following Filthy. He's managed to save a good amount of battery. They're on the same tyres, so it'll just be who has a better tyre saving for the offset at the moment. Who would you rather be in this situation, Nick?
Definitely not me in this race, but honestly, if I would be, I'll probably be Connor, but if Connor managed to keep his position in like P4, because look, I think he's like the biggest person that benefited out of the safety cars, and then he managed to maintain it, but then he ran out of battery, and then lost it unfortunately. So if I could pick any driver, I would be Connor in the situation just because of that.
Yeah. Yeah, he hasn't had a great race, Connor, but he'll be happy to get some places back, as Kruder might be looking for a move here again, or no, just sitting back. There's not that much action on track at the moment, given all the other laps that have happened in this race. Just still looks like Noah's just going to try to sit behind until the end. But Kruder's right on the back of Chaos. We'll see, the hards should be quicker than the mediums now. So it'll be interesting to see. Chaos is defending. He's out of battery, but yeah, still not going for the move. Kruder does have a penalty, though, of 3 seconds, so he's going to want to get that move done as soon as possible, but it might even be too late already.
I mean, we're just gonna have to see what Kruder can actually do at this point in time, because there's also what we've also been seeing in this division is these drivers, if these drivers manage to even do that, because what a huge thing is the person will stay behind the driver, taking advantage of the fact that the boost fed gives you more recharge and a higher top speed, and then using the boost mode, going into that final line and overtaking the driver, because they can't really do anything once you have that boost mode. They have to just battery full on out to see what happens. But we'll just have to see what can actually happen at this point in the race at the moment, because there is just so much happening. I mean, the only battle I see at the moment is just between Kruder and Kaos. I think that'll be the only battle we'll have coming to the final stretch, unfortunately. But we'll just have to see what will these drivers do about it. Will Kaos evade Kruder? Will Kruder overtake Kaos? That is the question we're going to answer today. But he's looking for the overtake, but doesn't go for it. Honestly, if I was Kruder, I would try farming up as much battery as I can get. For the fact, because Kaos is sliding out a little bit there, so I think Kaos is also panicking at this point in time. But Kruder looks like he's trying to go for the overtake, which doesn't really make a lot of sense at this point in time, right?
He just, doesn't have the straight line speed. They were very similar on battery, just Chaos just had the extra pace. I think it might just be a wings thing. But yeah, he's out of time now. Dude gets a 3 second, that's very important. Kruder will keep his P4 now. So that's quite unfortunate for Durr, but he might try to overtake him. But this is the final lap. So we could have a look at the top two, just know it is out of battery. And it's very difficult to save now. You have to save through sector 1. So he's not gonna have the battery to be able to get Filthy, I think.
Oh no. Well, I mean, let's just see what happens here. This is the final lap of this race. Let's see what's gonna go on. Oh, Noah Huni and Filthy also having that little race too. Coming out of that final corner, coming out. Let's see what happens here. Noah's on 0% battery, while Filthy's on 48. I do not think Noah has the even chance to win this race, purely because of that. You have to do some crazy battery saving in this last straight to even have a chance of catching Filthy, but I don't think it's possible at this point in time. Filthy has too much battery. Like, look at that battery difference there. It's just too high to even make a chance of Filthy. But last to the line, let's see what happens. Foot to the floor. Filthy's going to try evading that, but it's an easy win for Filthy. He can't do anything. Filthy wins. Noah in second. Listen to the last bit between these two. Kaos and Kruder to the line. Let's see what happens. And
House holds the podium.
yeah, Kaus holds that
But
indeed.
just
What?
sees a bit of moves at the back here. Kevin trying to go for P9 as Freck crosses the line P6, Con P7. Team C is going to be P8. Now his next battle, ASC does have a penalty, so he won't be able to get Kevin, but I'm not sure how much the penalties are. So we'll see. Should just be 3 seconds for most of them. So, yeah, it's Team T P8, Kevin P9, AXT P10, Connor coming home P11, Deadly P12, Wizfam P13, Minmay crosses the line P14, Pengu finishes off the points, T Summons had a lot of incidents this race, he crosses the line in P16, and P17, I believe, was Cristiano, who was also in a couple incidents. Very hectic race, Nick.
I mean, look, that race was just another. That looked like Division 2 there for a second with the amount of accents we just had. But let's just look at the celebration. Look at Filthy getting that P1 spot. Excellent race overall. What great work from these drivers. Anyway, let's go into the results because that's what matters today. We have the driver of the day, Connor. Oh, Connor driver of the day. Surprising. Cleanest driver, Deadly. Most overtakes, Connor. Fastest lap, Cristiano. Race winner, Filthy. Great work. Um, let's if it,
Try to get them in.
um, okay, just give me the option then, I guess. All right. Um, yeah, let's try get them in then.
Do you want me to do it?
Yes, please.
Okay. Connor, where be? Filthy. Noah. Who was third? Was it?
Yeah, we did, SJ. Chaos, I think. Chaos is dead.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, Chaos.
Yeah, so. What a race. Jesus. My, th-
Certainly.
my throat hurts on that.
Yeah. That is the most amount of contact I've seen in in a race in a long time.
Oh, Division 4 probably can be better. But, we'll see. Let's get all these drivers in here first.
So we'll see. We can just get started with driver of the day if you want.
Yeah, let's get started. Driver of the day. Connor, hello, hello, hello.
Evening, fellas. How are you?
Great. How was your race? Like, I mean, from what we saw in the comms box, we saw chaos. But what happened on your end?
Yeah, utter chaos. Look, I just tried to stay out of trouble if I could, and went from I think P20 odd to P11, P12, so can't complain. Fairly good result. Just kept the nose clean and got all the way to the end.
I mean, excellent work, really. But I don't want to take up all your questions, so I'll hand you over to MJ for I think his first interview.
Yeah, Connor, quite the race. How did you feel after that? Just so much contact, so many safety cars. How did that affect your mental?
Tiring. I got lucky with the tires there. Really did got box lap 7, I think. So got all the way from lap 7 all the way to the end. So I had to nurse them a little bit towards the end of the stint. I think I got up to like 70 odd percent. So it was slowing. I was trying to hold axe off, but it just couldn't happen. So P11, can't complain. Pretty good day in the office, and just want to say massive shout out to Filthy for a massive race for Ferrari.
Yeah, very good. So, yeah, that's all from me. Just yeah, good job, good comeback from quality that I'm sure you didn't want. So yeah, good job.
Thank you. Have a good night, fellas.
Yeah, you too.
All right. So then we're gonna start with P3, which is a round of applause for Chaos.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
Anyway, so Chaos, you have had a crazy race. I think you qualified around P8, if I was right.
P6.
P6, and then you ended up fighting through all that traffic, getting to P3. What do you think overall how your race went?
I'll be honest, bro. I didn't even know it was P3 until like the last 3 laps. I was kind of just like, I don't know, bro. I kind of just zoned out. I checked out. Didn't really like. I don't know. It was a really weird race. Had to be the weirdest race I've ever had ever. Like the amount of safety cars that happened. And then there was an off that a McLaren had in front of me, and I tried to avoid the contact. And then by avoiding that, I hit the wall and got wing damage. So I just thought my race was over from that point on. And just because of the amount of safety cars, I was able to extend my hard stint, get back on the mediums, and hopefully bail myself out of a half-decent result. So the fact I'm even in here is crazy. So, yeah, thank God we got a decent result for Williams. And we keep fighting for those overalls, baby. Come on, fire up the Willies.
I mean, fair enough. Like Williams has been doing a great job recently. I mean, looking in your standings, never mind, it's not. Oh yeah, constructors. You're P4 at the moment, so that's actually excellent for the drive. You're only 2 positions behind Ferrari, and unfortunately, Wogjet and Mike weren't able to do the greatest job today. So great position, like positions overall for today. I mean, very happy for you. But I'm gonna hand you over to MJ for any questions he has.
Thanks,
you.
Nivian.
Yeah, chaos race, mate. But I noticed that you started on the hards. You were one of the only in like the top 12 or so. Was that your initial plan?
Nope. I legit was sitting on the grid, and there was 10 seconds left to go. And I said to Dito, I said, screw it. I'm just going to start on the hard and see what happens. Hindsight probably wasn't the best idea, for me and honest. Just because the nature of this track, the amount of safety cars that you can easily get. In saying that, though, I do think because of the amount of safety cars, eventually made the strat work, but it's definitely, you can't repeat that, you know? Like, we had 3 safety cars. I think we had an extra VSC on top of that. Yeah, it was a carnage race, and I think from a director or maybe a person of leadership perspective, is probably not the greatest race to have witnessed in the division. But I'll watch it back and see what the incidents were. But for me personally, as a driver that got P3, if it wasn't for those safeties, I wouldn't be here talking. So yeah, it was And of course, obviously, massive shout out to Dito. Like I even said to him before we even started, I was like, take the night off, and he's like, no, I'll stick around. And honestly, if he didn't stick around, telling me the battery on Cruda and just keeping me just like sane and not losing my mind after I got that wing damage, like no chance would have got this P3 either. So massive shout out to Dito as well.
Yeah, just final thing from me. I believe you had quite the lengthy stint on the mediums. I think 13 laps or so. What was your tyres feeling like at the end?
Like ice. I'm not gonna lie, it was not fun. And I've recently been trying to race with medium TC. I think this is my second race in Rush on medium TC, and I'm just snapping every single time I try to get on the power because I'm just so used to mashing my R2 button and hopefully I just get the grip. And even if I don't get the grip, the full TC will kick in and make sure that I don't spin my tires. So, yeah, trying to actively like not spin out on every single corner and be fast and all that sort of stuff has been a bit of a struggle. But yeah, yeah, it was a good result tonight, and yeah, had half decent tire wear. I think I had better tire wear on the mediums than I did on the hards from what I was looking at, which is really bizarre. So yeah, good race. Shout out to all the podium sitters at the moment. I know Filthy's bloody quick. I think, and I don't know if Mr. Kevin is here, but he had a unreal quality session. And Hooney, I know he's been plugging away at it, bro. So congratulations, Hooney, to finally get on the podium. He's a quick driver. I have no doubt that he'll be up near the top of the grid with me and Filthy and some other drivers as well for the rest of the season.
Yeah, that's all from me. Very good race. Got to be happy with the podium. So yeah, well done.
Appreciate it, boys. Have a good one. Thanks for comms as well, you two. So well done. Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you. Anyway, so we're gonna head with P2 Uni. Welcome to the interview. First of all, my first question for you is, how do you pronounce your name?
It is uni.
Okay, so I was saying it right. I said uni.
Yeah.
Great. Anyway, second of all, it felt like you sort of came out of nowhere. Am I right? Like all of a sudden, I saw you in that position too, fighting for that P1. I mean, it felt like you came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, it was interesting. I had a good start, gained off I think two or three positions. Immediately, one of which I think were just one of them was in the wall. I almost hit actually, so glad I didn't. But and then it was kind of just chilling next to near Moe. We were working together really well. He was honestly a really good teammate. Unlucky what happened to him, but it is what it is. It's just unlucky, but and then obviously after that, I don't even know, second or third safety car. I think it was the third one. I just boxed, and then obviously get held up a little bit. I was back to P11, and then I was down, and then obviously the big pile up gave me I think 4 or 5 spots. So, and after that, it was kind of just I didn't even know where I got the rest of my positions from. So yeah, no, it's really good to come back in P2. Obviously, probably could have gotten the win, but battery management was not as good as it should have been. But whatever. I'll take the P2.
I mean, it was definitely the race to watch from my end, but I'm gonna hand you over to MJ. Thank you so much for racing tonight.
No worries.
Yeah, Uni P2, very good race. Just I did notice the battery that you mentioned. You did seem to be struggling a lot with that. What was going on there? Maybe your wings are just a bit high.
I think it was that as well. So I just wasn't gaining as much as probably should have, but I just burnt in the wrong places there on the last couple of laps. So, like I said, it is what it is. I probably bottled the win, but it's all right. And at the end of the day, I'll take my amazing drive. I'm happy with it, so all that matters.
Yeah, I think where did you qualify? Like about P11 or something.
Yeah, it was P11.
Yeah, so yeah, really just shot up. Just all the incidents helped you a lot there. So yeah, how did that seem? Were you involved in any of the incidents?
I was not, but I was very close to a few. Obviously, Pengu at the start, he smacked into the wall, and then there was Sprechen Wazowski. I was again very close to hitting. Just a bit of lag. By the looks of it, but I don't know. I haven't looked back at it just yet. And then there was the big pile up, which I narrowly avoided. Chaos, I think, was maybe he got more slowed down because we were fighting through turn 1, turn 2. So it is what it is. But luckily, I didn't get involved in any. Got the better end of it. So yeah.
Yeah, how racing can be sometimes. But yeah, well done. Really good result.
All right. Thank you so much, Uni, and hopefully we'll see you next week.
All right. Oh, thank you, lads. I'll talk to you boys later.
Oh no, Mad Rank's next. All right. Filthy. Welcome to the interview. So this is going to be your third win of the season, second win in a row, especially coming off that great double win in Spa. I mean, how do you feel coming after this race?
Very lucky. I don't think I should have won that. Cooper and Kevin both gave me a good run for my money, and I think that they probably would have deserved it much more than I did there.
I mean, it was definitely the race. I mean, were you bored? Like it looked like for ages. I mean, we obviously in comms we can see the entire grid, but like if you and P1, I would have the feeling that you were just bored driving around the safety car for the first 10 laps.
Yeah, it was a bit annoying, the safety car, because at that point it just ruins your momentum and just kind of puts you to a halt, especially when you could possibly create a tyre gap, and when we were pulling away from the pack, it just gets rid of all of the progress we've made.
I mean, 100%. It's definitely one of the negatives of safety cars. But I'm gonna hand you over to MJ for any questions he has. Thank you for racing.
Yeah, Filthy, you and Noah just, even with all the safety cars, just running away at the field. I believe it was a 10-second gap from what I could see. Just how did you feel? It looked like you were managing a battery very well.
I really just put my mind to defending Uni as much as possible. I kind of zoned out the guys behind because I knew my fight was just with him and him alone. So really hunkered down and made sure I deployed every single drop where it needed to be.
Yeah, I believe you guys were on the same lap old tyres. How are your tyres feeling near the end?
If I reckon if it was another 6 laps or so, I might have struggled with traction out of some of the corners. But other than that, it felt pretty nice.
Yeah, well deserved win. You looked very good today. That's all from me. Well done.
Cheers.
All right. Well, overall, thank you to everyone for watching the stream tonight. We do have Mattering 100% coming up next week. MJ, you're gonna have a great fun with that in Division 1. But Division 3 next week, Mattering, it's gonna be very, very exciting because we are going to be coming back off this race, which a lot of drivers have room to show off what they can actually do. So very exciting, very cool. So tune in next week and also tune in tomorrow for Saudi Arabia OCE Division 4 Rush Racing. What am I saying? Division 4 tomorrow in Saudi. Anyway, that's all from me, and I think all from MJ. Any last words you would like to say for the stream?
A very fascinating race. That's all.
Definitely a carnival. So yeah, alright, have a good night everyone, and see you next week or tomorrow if you're tuning in. Goodbye.